Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Welcome back to an old man rambling. Um, so, as the title might suggest, the internet has kind of ruined my life. But that's a bit more dramatic than it seems. But um, let me explain. I remember I used to take a book with me everywhere I went. I mean, it's obviously by the bookshelf I've proudly shown off. I see, proudly. Um, and I've talked about how many books I have in my collection, how many books I've read. I mean, I used to take a book with me to work every day and read during my lunch hour. And I would read, a couple dozen books a year at a bare minimum. You know, probably close to 30, 40 books a year I would read. And now what I do during my lunch hour at work, I surf the internet. On the weekends, I used to get up before my wife and kids, and I would sit and play video games, for the morning until I ate breakfast, until I showered, and then I'd go sit back on the computer. Now I get up and I surf social media. I've got a huge list of backlog stuff I want to watch on Netflix and Amazon Prime and Disney Plus. I haven't watched any of the Star Wars stuff on Disney Plus. I haven't watched any of the MCU stuff on Disney on yeah, that's on Disney Plus too. I need to watch season 2 of Wheel of Time. I've got all these shows, you know, um, that I've got a list of stuff I want to watch. But time after time, I found myself watching 15-minute clips on YouTube of stupid or less. I'll watch clips of, I mean, the scene in John Wick where Vigo Sarnoff tells his stupid son Yosef what a bad idea it was to get John Wick angry. The whole, I once saw him kill 3 men at a bar with a pencil bit. I've watched that. I spent as much time watching that as I have watching the John Wick movies for some stupid reason. Instead of watching shows, watching movies, reading books, playing video games, doing anything moderately productive with my time, I wind up doom scrolling for hours and hours on end. I probably waste 2 or 3 hours a day on the internet when I could be doing anything, virtually anything else. And it's not that I'm not blaming the internet. Um, the internet is just a thing. It's more my abuse of it, and not even abuse, just mindless waste of time. I mean, some would say playing video games is a waste of time, but it's something fun to do. At that point, it may be a waste of time, but I'm actively doing something as opposed to just passively sitting here, eyes glued to the screen, just doom scrolling, scrolling down social media for that one tiny little blip of something that might catch my interest. Oh, I might have, not even trying to find the things my friends have posted, because I scroll through that pretty quickly. It's just I'm looking for something to pique my interest when I have literally hundreds of things that have piqued my interest already that I'm just not doing for some reason. I could be listening to music. I could be doing something productive like doing yard work or dusting the shelves or reorganizing things so I can fit more stuff on my shelves. Anything, even watching a movie, is more productive than the mindless wastes of time I spend myself doing. And I can't seem to make myself stop. It is almost an addiction because I'll catch myself starting to do it and realizing, no, there's nothing here for me to see. There's nothing. The algorithm isn't feeding me anything different than it fed me 15 minutes ago. I'm just searching for that little hit of dopamine is, I guess, the best way I can describe it. Just hitting refresh, hoping something new has popped up that might interest me when I could just shut it down. And I realize I should be doing it as I'm doing it. I've gotten to the point now where I know I'm wasting my time and I still can't stop myself, which I think at that point is an addiction. um, Honestly, I have gotten better. Since realizing I was doing this, I used to be on Facebook constantly all day long. Now I do still hit it up a couple times, but I don't do it nonstop like I used to. Uh, I will even take days where I will avoid it completely. Not as often as I should, not as much as I should. I have gotten better about not doom scrolling on social media, about not spending so much time on YouTube. And I realize the irony of posting this on YouTube, but this is just old man rambling, for one. And two, there is good content out there. It's not that YouTube itself is a waste of time, although it is. That doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. It's my abuse of it. It's the mindlessness of it. I'm not watching anything that's really entertainment in and of itself. It's one thing to watch someone do film analysis of one of your favorite movies. That's interesting. That's educational. That's something to do, as opposed to just mindlessly watching the same stuff over and over and over again for no real purpose. You know, I'll watch, like I said, movie clips, TV show clips, clips of comedians, all stuff I've seen before, all stuff I know very well, for no purpose other than just my brain for some reason can't think of anything else to do, and I really need to stop it. I am trying to stop. It's one of those little mental quirks that I guess I'm calling an addiction. My family does have a history of addiction. I can point at a few people in my family who have definitely become addicted to things. So the gene is definitely there. It's, you know, it is certainly. It's one of the reasons I've stayed away from hard drugs. I do drink. I'm not like a teetotaler. I have a beer every once in a while. I have a drink every once in a while, and I do enjoy them. But I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a drug addict. But it's one of the things that kept me away from. You know, I was terrified that people have offered me cocaine as a teenager. Well, not as a teenager, but like, you know, when I was young and single, living on my own in the big city, going to parties and stuff, hanging out at bars. People have offered me cocaine, and I stayed away from it because, like, no. You don't want me doing that. I am not wired in a way that I trust myself to do anything that's that heavily addictive. So I guess I am a bit of a junkie of certain aspects. I've just managed to steer myself clear of the truly self-destructive things that are really going to mess me up. This is just wasting my time, you know. And in the grand scheme of things, if you're going to be addicted to something, it might as well be something that's just wasting your time, as opposed to something that's completely, really destroying your life. Honestly, the only way the internet has truly ruined my life is in making me realize there are people out there that are happier than I am and who live their lives better than I do. That's the way the internet has really destroyed my life, is in making me realize there are other people out there who are a lot like me, who are happier than I am and who are better at living their lives than I am. And if the internet had never existed, I would not know those people are out there. I would still be just blithely happy in my ignorance. That and politics. The internet politics makes me very unhappy and has ruined my life. So there. I guess it's not just clickbait. The internet sucks. Good hunting.